Well, students, in our last interaction, we talked about the do's of Pressy writing. Means what are the certain norms or the point that we should take care while writing a Pressy. Today, we'll talk about don'ts. Don'ts means the particular mistakes which students generally make while writing a Pressy, and those are the mistakes that we need to get rid of. So first of all, we should not repeat words or ideas in a Pressy. So there should not be the repetition of ideas. On the one hand, I've told you that while writing a Pressy, you should focus upon main points, and the most central point will form the title of the Pressy. But in spite of that fact, you need not to repeat the ideas. Some students, what do? They are able to grab a particular focus point of that Pressy and they keep on talking about the same thing time and again. They just cover the length. That should not be there. You are supposed to write about a single point a single time only. So repetitions should not be there in Pressy, either of words or of ideas. Next, no question statements are appreciated in Pressy. What do I mean by that? Students, till now you are clear about this fact that in your examination you will be given a paragraph of around 300 of words and you will be asked to make Pressy out of it. What you will do? You will precise the original ideas in your own language and will keep the 1/3 of the length. I think that's clear till now to you. But what happens, students, that sometime the Pressy original paragraph, it consists of so many questions. That what do, suppose a paragraph of Pressy that has been served to you in examination is talking about the ecological disaster in the society, and after introducing the ecological problems, it starts raising certain questions. The original paragraph I am talking about, it says that what will be the future of humanity if population and pollution will keep on increasing like that, what humans would do to the mother earth, such kind of questions. Certainly such questions may be there in the original paragraph, but you are not supposed to rewrite your Pressy write up with same question statements. All question statements should be changed to affirmative statements. Affirmative, you understand that how you convert a question to a affirmative sentence. So all questions should be converted to affirmative statements in your Pressy writing. So that is something you are supposed to take care of. Next, no abbreviation. Yeah, that is something particularly your generation needs to be very much aware of, students, because being the part of social media, most of the time students, what do? They do use abbreviation in their examination as well, in their text as well. That is not at all appreciated in any kind of a formal write up, and Pressy in particular. So don't use abbreviated word. Okay, be very careful about that. So it's not welcomed. Next is no personal comments or opinion. That is something that I have repeated, I think, almost half a dozen times till now, that you need not to be subjective about Pressy making. Don't use your own take on that particular issue that has been raised by a Pressy. And we did in do's of Pressy that we are supposed to use third person. The statement like I and you, they are not used in Pressy, so don't introduce your own personal opinion. Till now, I hope the students, you are able to understand the meaning of Pressy writing or the purpose of Pressy writing. In Pressy writing, you are supposed to precise the given write-up in 1/3 of it, retaining the original information without screwing up the facts, without screwing up the information that has been given to you. So you cannot make changes in that. Okay. So it's again no to personal comment. Next, again important point, in Pressy writing you are supposed not to use figurative language. What does figurative language means? Figurative language is the language that is basically used in literature. What do we do in literature? We use roundabout way of saying the things. Roundabout way means we say things metaphorically, and you must have done in your second year figures of speech. What are the figures of speech? Like simile, metaphors, hyperbole, where you have to say something in an indirect manner. But in Pressy, the purpose is to save the time of Pressy reader, so that in minimal words the maximum information is given in the most simplest way, so that the reader's time has been saved. So you are not supposed to use roundabout manner of saying the things. There should not be high proverbs or idioms kind of a thing which has very deep meaning, so that the reader has to pay lots of brain work in understanding that. It should not be there in Pressy. Okay. Next, no ambiguous or redundant word. Ambiguous means which is not clear in its meaning, a kind of a word which may have more than one meaning in that particular context. So don't use such words. And redundant means the words which are no longer in use these days. Language, just like any other things, keep on evolving and changing its meaning over a period of time. So you will find that after every few years, certain words are considered to be archaic, means they are no more in vogue, no more in use. So you should be very much careful about the present usage of language while making a Pressy. So your Pressy should not be complex, as we already discussed. It should not be ambiguous. Your words and statements should be straight, hitting to the information you want to convey. And then it should not use redundant word, the words which are no longer in use. Okay. Then students, no personal pronouns are entertained. I have already told you, like me and you. When you will not give your own opinion, your own take or understanding of a particular topic, personal pronouns will not come up. So those two things are very much related to each other. Next, don't borrow long phrases and sentences from the original. No, if you will borrow maximum of your part from the Pressy, exact sentences, that would be just like copying the Pressy. What would be your own contribution in it? What would be your own expression in it? So I think this is the most important point. Why this is the most important point? Because it relates to your own vocabulary and writing skills, and that is something I hope is in the mind of the syllabus maker of the university when they wanted you to learn Pressy writing, because they wanted you to learn how to express yourself, how to write an information in the minimal words for the others. So that is the locus. And to be very frank about my observation as an examiner, whenever I check papers, and particularly this question of Pressy writing, my central focus is basically on that whether the student has tried his own language or not. If you have copied everything from the Pressy, I don't consider it to be an effort, even an effort on Pressy writing. So be very much careful about that. Okay. And the next section will talk about the tips on Pressy writing. But before that, I will stop for some time and will take your queries. Then we'll move.